Hey guys, welcome to another installment of On The Record. I am with Mandisa Nduna, multi-talented person, and she is here with us to speak on episode 4 of BloodPsalms and her music career. So let's first of all, Mandisa, let's talk about you performing at Daisy's. How was that?
Daisy's was incredible. I was great. It was my first time really testing out my live band set. So that was really, really incredible. I felt like a rock star. I really felt like a rock star, which is awesome.
Congratulations, and I look forward to seeing it because you did put a teaser out that the video is coming out, so we look forward to seeing that.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a whole movie. I'm gonna put out a movie.
A whole movie.
A whole movie.
So, episode 4 just came out of BloodPsalms,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I have been really excited to speak to a Chini member, particularly because the Chini people and the Chini tribe are so unique. If you could give us a breakdown of the Chini people and what they're about and their history, I think that would be so valuable.
So the Chini people find themselves in a pretty interesting position at this point in the story. They are the cursed ones, and the curse was ultimately revealed properly and fully in episode 4, which is that every full moon they transform into were hyenas. You've heard of a werewolf. This is particularly a were hyena, which is a sort of human hyena hybrid. This is a curse that happens to them every full moon, and they can't really control it. They can't really help it. It happens to them, which is why we find that the rest of the Chinis, except for Burruti, stay inside the caves and they lock up all the doors so that they don't find themselves in a position where they escape and they wreak havoc upon the other tribes, because they really can't help what happens when they've transformed.
Yeah.
Which is EP, really. That's what it is.
Okay. And so they stay underground. Is it because they're afraid of the sun or the moon? Were they exiled there? Were they, just thrown under? What is this like some form of safety that they stay underground?
It's both safety for themselves and also safety for other people. Because of the curse and what the curse has done in the past, they were basically, sent underground and driven underground into these caves because people shun them and people look down on them and people really don't want to be around them.
Yeah.
So they found themselves in these caves, but at the same time, because they themselves, Amakini, know that the curse is quite dangerous for everybody else around them, they choose on a full moon night to stay indoors for the safety of other tribes.
Totally get it. Totally understand.
Yeah.
Now, could you kindly describe the relationship between Boruti, Mzansi, and Mother Superior? There's some dynamic going on there. I'm just curious to know what is going on.
No, it's very strange that you should ask that, and it's funny because a lot of people when I speak about Boruti and they ask about Mzansi, they just be like, this is just jealous of you.
Yeah.
Because you're like strong, you're smart, and you're, but I think it's beyond jealousy. I think that Mzansi is a warrior, and I think that Mzansi has been around long enough to know what's good and what's bad for the tribe as a whole. So him and his motive is to keep the tribe as safe and as together as possible.
Yes.
Where Burruti rubs him the wrong way is that she's very, she wants to go out there and do things, and she has questions that no one should. She questions things, whereas he's trying to keep everybody in line for the safety and the longevity of the tribe. So I think that's where Burruti rubs Mzansi the wrong way. And I think Mother Superior is that person that they both respect very highly, and is that one person that is able to calm them both down, and she's the person that maintains the order of the tribe. They test her and they try her, but ultimately she's mother and she has the final say. And she's the one that really keeps things from bubbling and boiling over when they get into it, and they can get into it.
Yeah.
We've seen a bit of that.
We definitely have seen a bit of that. I'm curious about the door, right? So there's this door that lights up from time to time. It tells me there's something on the other side. Curious. There's something on the other side. Obviously, it's going to be revealed in later episodes, but in terms of a precursor or just letting us know, because it's fiercely guarded, can you say, like, what is the philosophy or what is the theory behind it that will give us an understanding as to why it's so important?
So the door basically guards the blood psalms.
Yeah.
Right? So part of the task that Amachini were given is to guard these secrets, because finding these secrets basically means that that person has the power of the blood psalms, which can be very dangerous in the wrong hands.
Yeah.
So the Chini have been trusted to keep that door shut until the right time comes. And this is now until the Savior comes. And there's those talks of the Savior, and some people believe in the Savior, some people don't. Boruti certainly does. The problem is that, the Americani are supposed to guard this door without being curious about it, without asking any questions about it.
Mm-hmm.
They can't be the one to know what's inside. Problem is, Boruti wants to know what's inside. Boruti wants to know, why are they guarding things that they don't even actually know about? So basically, behind this door is, I won't reveal too much, but it has the potential to be life-altering for absolutely everyone.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm curious. But it's all good.
I know the secrets, but I won't tell you.
Yeah, you're the secret keeper. So, the people of the Chini tribe believe they are the true descendants of the kingdom of Kush. Or
Yeah.
this, this big understanding of Kush. What does that mean? Like in simple terms, explain to me what that means.
Well, Kush is the original Africa, right? So what the Amachini mean is that before this curse that was placed on them, they were of the original lineage, the original royal lineage of the original African people.
Yes.
Right? So there's a lot of I suppose a debate about why Amachini were cursed. Were they cursed because of their power, or were they cursed for any other reason? Were they cursed to be given power? Is what they have, the power they have, even a power, or is it, you know what I mean? There's like a lot of question, but they truly believe that had they not been cursed all those years ago, all those thousands of years ago, that they would be the ones in charge, and they wouldn't be inside the caves underground, having to scramble for scraps and a semblance of dignity.
Yeah.
So it's this gift of being the secret keepers comes with the curse of having all your dignity stripped away.
100%
But
get that.
definitely Mother Superior believes that they are the descendants, and once the Savior comes to save them, they will ascend to their true place in the bloodline and in the lineage.
Well, I guess that is to come should we get a season 2 to see how that transition happens. And I'm crossing my fingers that we get to that point where we see that.
Yeah. To see even if it happens, because people believe certain things. A lot of people believe, in their importance and in their purpose, but it's not necessarily true. So I'm curious about if it even happens.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to get into the events of episode 4. It's a full moon tonight, right? It's a full moon. There's something going on with the Chinis. So I was thinking to myself, with the previous episodes, we could see that there's something going on, right? The Akachi tribe lost 2 of their soldiers. So there was something happening, and also just even the physique of the Chinis, there's something quite animalistic about them. So I think you've already explained that on the full moon this happens, but I think the transformation really happens during the full moon. Is it a painful transformation? Is it because I noticed that others change and others don't? So what happens within you when that happens?
So the transformation basically happens for all members of the Chinis except for the young ones. So for the protection of the underage, they actually have to be hidden away from the rest of the tribe, because when the tribe, it transforms, like I mentioned earlier, they can't help their animalistic tendencies.
Yeah.
So, in that case, the young have to be protected from the rest of the tribe. But yes, it's quite a painful experience. It is, if you can imagine yourself and myself transforming into an animal. What does your skin do? What do your teeth do? All the bones need to stretch, and the nails and the hands.
Yeah.
So just on a physical level, it is absolutely so painful. It is incredibly painful. So all the grunting and all the growling, it's just a sign of that it's not an easy transformation. It's not a pleasant thing to go through.
And why does Zazi feel obliged to protect Burruti during this time?
There's a moment in the episode, in the previous episode, where they spot one another,
yes.
Right? And you can tell there that they recognize one another, even though presumably they've never met.
Yeah.
So all the urge and the yearning and the dreams that Burruti's been having, I think it's safe to assume that Zazi's been having similar dreams, so that by the time they see each other, because they've already seen each other in dream space, there's recognition there. So I think Zazi's also recognizing that the people around her perhaps are not on her side.
Yeah.
So she's very curious about this stranger that's been appearing to her in her dreams and what that means for her and her future. Because, she can tell that she's in a bit of a tricky situation with the people she knows. So it's almost easy to trust a stranger because there's that level of familiarity. And also she doesn't really have many people to trust, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah.
So who's Kike, and why is Kike so important to Burruti?
So according to Mzansi, Kike is Burruti's boyfriend. But that's not true, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Kike is a member of Amatrini that got captured by mistake. So he was captured. They don't know that he's Amatrini quite yet. So they've put him down there with the other captives. So Burruti's mission, part of Burruti's mission, and which she breaks into the citadel, is to save Kike, as his friend,
as a brethren, right? Okay.
As a friend, yeah.
I understand. Mzansi might be jealous. I don't know. Who knows?
See, there we go.
So, thank you so much. I think these were very important answers. And I think it gives really insight and clarity. So we're going to get into Mandisa, yourself, and your journey in being with BloodPsalms and how you got into it. And I'm very curious, with the preparation of being a Chini member, the language, but most importantly, even the physical preparation. How did you do that, knowing that there's some elements of you that you have to move around and shift because you portray these animal characteristics? So mentally, how did you prepare for the character of Burruti?
It was a very interesting process preparing for the role of Burruti, because this is not like just a character that I can reference in everyday life. I can't just like observe someone and say, oh, that's kind of like Burruti. No.
Yeah.
I literally had to start observing non-humans in order to draw some characteristics. So quite luckily, we had a performance coach, Albert Ibokwe, and so that really helped find the physicality of what it would mean to be part human, part animal, part human, part hyena. I started watching hyena videos, just seeing how they move, and knowing that obviously not everybody is going to move in the same way. I started, drawing on certain characteristics of a hyena to inform the way Boruti talks, the way Boruti stands, her posture, and all of that. So it was really, it's how you would people watch, but I went on hyena watch.
Did you enjoy it? Like, did you enjoy your character?
Oh yes, it was so much fun. And the thing is, because I'm theatre trained and I have a theatre background, all it did was take me back to that. I've played a multitude of characters, some human, some non-human, on a theatre space. So all it did was take me back to that. So I was completely in my element and I was having the time of my life.
Who have you loved and enjoyed working with from this incredible ensemble cast?
This is a tricky question. I can't just pick one person. There's like so many beautiful, talented people, that were a part of this. But I have to mention, can I mention two?
Of course.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I mean, look, it's just the Chinis, because I spent so much time with them, were really a huge part of my enjoyment of the process. Mzansi, played by Nthabiseng Komani, and the character DJ who's Burruti's bestie. You know what I mean? Like even Mother Superior. Okay, that's too. I'm sorry. Even Mother Superior. You know what I mean? It's just I enjoyed those dynamics so much, and because we spend so much time together in the caves, we really started to feel like a family down there, to the point where we get really sensitive when like someone from the Akashi tribe says, the Akashis are the best tribes. We get real sensitive because we know it's the thing. So it's really we started to feel like a family. So I know I didn't really answer your question. I kind of cheated my way out of the question, but that's what it is. It's the whole Chini Tribe.
You know what? Throughout our conversation, I could feel the love and the connection you had with your co-stars in the Chini Tribe. So gel us down. If that is the experience you had, it's all good.
Yeah.
Definitely. My last question. So as Mandisa Nduna, what is your personal takeaway, like your personal experience having been a part of this project?
And having been a part of BloodPsalms has been incredible for me, both as a consumer of art and as a storyteller myself, because I love the fact that I'm a part of history, in the sense that there's no other show like this currently in South Africa, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm saying it's about time, and I'm saying it can't be the first and last time. So my takeaway is that there should be more of this. Yes, there should be more seasons of BloodPsalms for sure, but there should also be more of these kinds of stories. We shouldn't be afraid, as African people, to explore, fantasy and magic, and because that's a part of our history. It is.
Yeah.
All the stories that we know that come from our ancestors and our generations before have been filled with magic and and fantasy and myth and good versus evil and all those stories. So as Africans, we shouldn't be afraid to explore that magic and to explore that history. So that's my takeaway. My takeaway is that I really wish and I really hope this is only the beginning, and it's a heck of a beginning. It's an incredibly high bar to set, but I completely believe that once this precedent has been set, there's gonna just be more and more and more, and people are also gonna feel inspired, like I am, like I'm sure a lot of people are, to write these kinds of stories, to tell these kinds of stories, because they've now seen that it's possible.
I don't know what more to say. I've enjoyed this conversation so much with you. Wow, it was very rich. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All the best with your music. We look forward to seeing it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no, it was really great. And we will check you out in the future episodes that are coming through with BloodPsalms. And we'll chat soon. Thank you very much, Mandisa.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Aren't the BloodPsalms cast just amazing? I had such a great time having a conversation with Mandisa Nduna. Thank you to her, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So make sure you come again for the next episode of On The Record as we speak to more BloodPsalms cast members who will let us know all about the BloodPsalms world, their experiences, and how it went for them. So I'll see you on the next one. I'm Nthabiseng Mosieane. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.